It has now been more than 2 decades since the founding of the East African Community, but the objectives that led to its creation are yet to be attained.
If you look at the Common Market Protocol that was adopted in 2010, which contains provisions where they committed to consecrate the free movement of goods, the free movement of services, the free movement of capital, and the free movement of people. At this time, if you consider the timeline that the East African Community leaders had given to themselves, at this time we would be moving freely. Goods could be moving freely from Kenya to any partner state. But when you look at it today, the assessment that you do is very, very sad today. Politically, economically, it is like a scattered patchwork of states trying to implement their own policies and to push their own agendas without considering the regional framework.
Indeed, companies in the region say trade barriers have persisted unnecessarily in the EAC. What we call non-tariff barriers are things done when they are not necessary, and yet they increase the cost of doing business, hindering it and driving up market prices. Take weighing stations, for example. If there are 8 between Dar es Salaam and Kigali and all trucks must pass through them, the time alone and other requirements, including the costs of running them, end up driving up the market prices of commodities. Experts are warning that doing nothing about such things and other regional matters is playing a dangerous game.
One of the purposes of the EAC is to make it a people-centered organization. We, the people, we are supposed to be at the heart of the integration, which means that we have that power to push for that political agenda. But the thing is that so far we are still very passive as the people. When you look at the situation that happened between Rwanda and Burundi when the borders were closed, we never heard any MP taking this issue at any level, saying that this was the violation of the EAC treaty that consecrates the free movement of goods from one partner state to another. When the Ugandan High Court decided that Ugandan lawyers who are trained in Rwanda cannot practice as lawyers before Ugandan courts, people did not react.
The COVID-19 pandemic has only made doing business in the EAC harder, with the East African Business Council announcing that cross-border trade in the region is suffering significantly because of a lack of proper coordination between states on how to fight the spread of the virus. An example would be how the cost of transporting goods along the northern corridor doubled between January and September last year.
I will give you an example. If, for example, let's say testing COVID is different from one partner state to another. For example, let's say one partner state is charging $50, another partner state is charging $100, another one is charging $10. So you find the cost, this is a direct impact to businesses, and therefore cost of doing business will be different from different partner states. And for this coordination, it will require now a strengthened and a stronger EAC secretariat that would possibly support the partner states and support the directives of the Council of Ministers and that one of Heads of States.
The East African Business Council is urging the EAC's leaders to act quickly to deal with the trade problems the community has continued to grapple with, and also look to expand rapidly, what with the Democratic Republic of Congo asking to join the community.
Now, once DRC comes on board to be part of the EAC, it means now we'll be claiming this larger market that is being taken advantage of by others from outside East Africa. So I think it is timely now we make it part of our family and see how together we can forge ahead, and together how there can be win-win in terms of opportunities that exist into that Congo. Congo, we are talking about 80 million people as a market.
A study conducted last year by the EABC and the German development agency GIZ found that the DRC joining the EAC would be very beneficial for both sides, with that country having imported goods worth $6.6 billion in 2019. Yet EAC exports to that country the year prior amounted to just $855.4 million. That's 11.5% of the DRC's imports. Yet countries like China supply as much as 31.2%. The 21st Ordinary Meeting of the Summit of the EAC Heads of State on Saturday will look at a number of issues, including the requests by the DRC and Somalia to join the bloc, a report on political integration, as well as another on recognizing French as one of the community's official languages. There is also the appointment of a new Secretary General for the EAC and judges in the East African Court of Justice.